All right. Welcome to the Astro Club meeting for the week. Just a couple orders of business. There's not a lot today. The T-shirts arrived a while ago. We have the polos. There we go. So polos are $20. T-shirts are $10. There was an error in the production of the polos, and they had the wrong design. It's just the T-shirt design, but in the same place as the polo. It's the polo on the left breast, but it's the design that's on the T-shirt. They still look really nice, which is why I bought them, and for various other reasons. But so if you were planning on getting, I think there's nobody here who's pre-ordered who doesn't already have their polo. So anyway, the polos are different than designed. We will eventually get polos with that design, but not at the moment before we haven't sold a significant number of our T-shirts. But they do look really nice, and they're here if anybody wants to buy one today. Upcoming events, we have movie night this Friday at 6 p.m., not at approximately 6 p.m. In Stewart N450. We'll be watching Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, which I think of as the one with whales, and various other people think of as the one with time travel.
Whales, definitely whales.
Definitely whales. What can I say? Teacher Day at UA is this Saturday. I'm going to pass around the sign-up sheet again, just in case anybody's availabilities have changed. Let me know if you can't do this for some reason. We're going to set up solar telescopes in front of Flandreau. It will be excellent publicity and networking with teachers in and around Tucson.
What kind of a population do you expect of teachers?
The email I saw said they're expecting 10,000 teachers.
So it's a big thing.
It's a big thing.
Holy crap. That's a lot of people.
All the information I have. Yeah. It's a conference,
Okay.
I think.
So there will be presences from all.
It's more than just Tucson. It's much of the state, I believe. And so there are going to be a lot of people there. Obviously, we're not going to do a star party in like Yuma, but since this is the population in Tucson of people we do outreach with, I'm very excited for this. I think it would be good to get our name out there.
I was trying to get a picture of the whole mall going to have a pavilion of other representations.
I believe so.
Okay.
It's not like the Festival of Books, but I believe they are taking over the mall on Saturday. So it's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be hot. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
And if I could, I wouldn't, because we need the heat. Because if we don't get the heat, we don't get rain, and we need the rain.
Therefore.
Anyway, we will do this on Saturday. I'll send out emails. It would be good to have more people just because it's going to be warm. And it would be good to let some people go after a not very large amount of time so that they don't stand in the heat for a very long time. Earth Day at Biosphere 2 was last Saturday. It was great fun. It was a great success, I would say. We finished the Habitable Zone demos, the Habitable Zone models, and they look awesome. They are awesome. They were very well received. I mean, it was a little, you had to get people to come up and start asking about them, but once they did, they stayed for quite a while. And I think they're excellent. So
They look awesome.
they're really pretty, actually. Shameless pictures. The Habitable Zone demos are on the upper left, and then on the upper right is Kevin and Katie making ice cream comets. Is that Kevin and Allie? I'm sorry. I'm used to just saying Kevin and Katie.
Taking the picture.
I know. I know it's Allie. I just said the wrong name. Anyway, people making ice cream comets, which is really fun, and I wish I was 6 years old and could have Kevin make me an ice cream comet, because I have no other reason to have an ice cream comet, so, you know. And then the bottom picture is just all of us who went with the Habitable Zone demos. And that's pretty much it. Projects are ongoing. Outreach materials can take the week off if you want, because you guys did
I'm
such a
not
great job.
sorry.
I know. You can.
I'll
But-
take it off not this week, but next week before finals.
Right. Anyway, radio projects got more data. We're caught up between the N2H Plus and C18O sources, so yay.
Almost.
Almost.
Very close. We got 11 more sources this weekend.
Sweet.
Wait, 7 more sources.
Yeah, that's
6
what I
from
thought.
4.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exoplanet project meets today at 5:30, and binocular telescope probably didn't meet today.
Did not make it.
I'm gonna guess. Yeah.
Check, check.
Member pages, we have them. Astronomy question of the week starts as soon as Dawn arrives, which, since we're ending the presentation a little early this week, probably won't be for another 10 minutes or so. But that's all I have. Does anybody have anything else?
Can you paint a picture of what the interaction will be with teachers who have master's degrees or advanced degrees, not just the regular, some demographic? How do you make the most use of that time or that opportunity?
Not just the regular Tucson demographic.
Teachers are the key one for the next generation.
The interaction will be, hey, we're the Astronomy Club, we have these solar telescopes, you're a teacher. Oh, that's great. Well, we do lots of outreach if you want us to come to your school. We do this, that, and the other thing, if you're interested. We'll discuss our activities at the level that the teacher seems interested in them, so.
This is like teacher day and not science teacher day.
Okay.
There are probably going to be a lot of teachers that don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got some interesting questions from them that I would rather not
Yeah.
hear teachers.
Well, and even, if you get grade school science teachers, it can be somewhat hit or miss between they know exactly what they're doing when they teach astronomy, or you come and they're like, oh, thank God you're here because I have no idea why the seasons work the way they do. It just depends. Yeah.
So patience.
Mhm. Anybody else? All right. Well, congratulations to Katie.
What's the plan for the summer?
What's the plan for the summer? I am leaving on May 28th, which is Memorial Day, unless for some reason flights are ridiculously expensive, in which case I'm leaving on the 27th. And Mandy's leaving before that. CT will be here. So we're...
I'm officially family.
You're gonna melt, but we'll work on that later.
No, you won't. You're from Tennessee. You'll be fine.
Breathing in like water vapor.
You're not used to breathing in air that scorches your lungs.
We'll burn you.
Anyway, we'll have a few people.
We'll have a few people. We're gonna keep the Sabino Canyon Star Parties ongoing. So the Sabino Canyon Star Parties, I'll probably give CT my key to the cabinet for that.
Okay.
Sorry, you've just been nominated to take care of those, by the way.
We're also.
If you're
I
here,
think the term is voluntold.
yes, the term is, or just told.
Okay.
If they're here, that is fine as well. But so we'll keep the Sabino Canyon Star Parties going. If you guys want to do something between the end of finals and the time people just have this mass exodus, that would be totally fine. All right, we'll see. We'll see what we can get together. We could do social stuff or stuff not in the middle of town in the middle of the day. I was gonna say frisbee, but no,
Vetoed.
no.
Frisbee and Flagstaff. There
Yeah,
we go.
frisbee like on the top of Mount Lemon, that would be fine. Frisbee on the mall, no. Or movie nights, or provided I get my shit together, maybe astrophotography, but I haven't dealt with that because I have enough that I owe Dr. Beeging right now in terms of homework. Although it would depend if we could get a hold of any chemicals. I mean, I could teach you guys if the physics department doesn't care if we just go into cubicle A in the lab room and do that. So we'll try and get a couple activities together before we all leave for the summer. But the star parties will be June, July, and August. August, we should recall, is I believe also the ASP meeting. It'll probably be that weekend.
There's a eclipse and a transit.
Yes. So the eclipse and the transit are both best viewed from north of here, up near the Grand Canyon. As you all know, there's a trip to the Grand Canyon that the graduate students are organizing, if anybody's interested in tagging along with that. I sent out an email about that a while ago. And for the transit, so I'm not sure about the eclipse. The transit, we will probably piggyback onto whatever Flandreau is doing. They're working on getting a live feed in from Hawaii, because Hawaii has several more hours of daylight than we do, and the transit starts close to sunset. So we won't see the whole thing from here, but the live feed from Hawaii would be really cool. So probably we'll just drag out we'll drag out our 8 inch and 9 1/4 with some solar filters. In all likelihood, it'll be on the mall in front of Flandreau.
So you wouldn't gain much even by driving to Los Angeles or anything like that. You'd gain maybe
So if you go north or if you go west, but you'd gain some by going to Los Angeles, you'd gain more by going to Hawaii. You can check. I mean,
There are maps of where
Yeah.
the peak is going to be and where you can. Yeah.
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 Yeah. There's also Night Sky Network if you are going to happen to be in Los Angeles. You can see what events different groups in Los Angeles are doing for the transit. I think there's going to be a lot of people up near Page, near the Grand Canyon, in terms of Arizona, but I don't know about California yet. For the eclipse, I'm pretty sure we're just doing whatever Flandreau is doing, unless we want to, like, go up to Windy Point or something, and do something for ourselves. We could do that as well. The eclipse. The eclipse is an annular eclipse, so it's not a total eclipse, on May 20th. Again, starting kind of in the late afternoon. All the events I can find start at like 3. The eclipse itself starts at 5:30. Annoyingly late. But if we wanted to do something with just ourselves, we could certainly do that for the eclipse. So I think the live feed from Hawaii is way more interesting than anything we could throw together for the transit. But so is there a general opinion about May 20th for the eclipse?
I'll be in Albuquerque.
I'm already going up to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Also, for the transit of Venus, if you guys are not doing anything, I'm having a party at my house for it. Barbecue and pool and telescope, so if you all want to come,
All right.
it's kind of far, but it's better than Hawaii. So.
It's closer than Hawaii.
Yes.
Wait, really?
She actually commutes from Hawaii every day.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, yeah. The thing is, I haven't had time to think about it, but we will do something for the eclipse. Anything else? Okay. Oh, so there will be a meeting next week, I think, is maybe what Tim was getting at. There will be a meeting next week. There will be office hours next week until, let's cut them off on reading day, on dead day, since we all need to focus on finals at that point. And there will be no meeting during finals week, no office hours during finals week. So.
Have we already decided on meeting times next semester?
No, we're
Yeah.
going to do that. either at the very end of the summer or the very first week of school. Most likely, I'll send an email to the listserv a couple weeks in early August, around the time of the ASP meeting. I know you all have your class schedules now, but your full schedule is not the same thing as your class schedule, so we'll wait until the end of the summer for that. All right, that seems to be it.